Hey, crafty friends, it's Diann with Bean Street Paper, and it's time for another 10-Minute Tuesday. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this adorable and super easy easel card. Perfect for Christmas, or really any time of year. I knew when I saw this stamp set, you guys know how much I love non-traditional Christmas colors. I'm all about the pink. I had to have it. So I used this stamp set from Stampin' Up! And the dies. You can use any stamp set, use any paper. And of course, I don't have Stampin' Up! Stamp pads, so I just used my archival ink pads. I think it works just fine. So, without further ado, you are going to need a card base. Now, this one has to be cut on the 8.5 inch side at 4 1/4, and then it'll be 11 inches long because you want it to open like this so you can do your easel. And what you're going to do at that point, and don't worry, I'll put all these down below in the comments. What you're going to do is score at 2 3/4 inches and 5.5 inches. Okay? So the first thing you're going to do is burnish your card base just like you would so that it folds. Okay? Then you want to take this piece and fold it down. Okay? And burnish that. And I like to do both sides. Okay. So, you're going to need one piece of paper for the inside. Again, I used 1/8 inch borders. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. You can do 1/4 inch borders, whatever you want. Let me glue this guy. I have to apologize. I left my name bucket with the names for the drawing for last week's card kit at the coffee shop. So I will have to draw that next video. And then we'll do 2 drawings next video. Okay, so that's the inside of your card. On the outside, you're going to need 2 sheets of pattern paper. I prefer a coordinating pattern. You could do both the same if you really wanted to, but I don't prefer that. And you're going to cut these at 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. And then you're just going to glue them to the front. Now, I'm going to be kind of particular and make sure that my patterns match up. It's just got to be something I do, guys. Just got to be something I do. And then I'm just gonna layer those nicely on the front. So while we're putting this card together, if you want to win a kit for this card, so again, next week I'll draw last week's and this week's. Tell me, what is your favorite Christmas treat? Cookies? Do you have a favorite cake? Okay. So that's going to be our card base. And that will lay flat. Now, I want to do all of the outside before I put my little piece on the inside. So I have die cut. Again, you could just cut a rectangle. This piece of scrap paper, obviously. And I'm going to just center this on my sheet, on my card base. Now, what you have to remember is you only want to put glue on the bottom. Because if you put it on the top, it won't be an easel card. Ask me how I know. All mistakes I've made before. So I'm just going to kind of estimate where the middle of that is, and then we're going to, whoops, sorry, I knocked the camera. We're going to lay that down. Okay, and I have stamped it with a sentiment from the stamp set that says, "May the love of the season warm your home and fill your heart." It's crooked, which is driving me crazy, but you know what? We're going to go with it. It's handmade, right? Okay, so then I've taken the other another sentiment from the stamp set that says, "Wishing you Christmas cheer, magical moments that last all year." And I'm just going to put this piece together while I have my glue. Okay. And all I'm going to do, I've punched it out of the card base color and a piece of white. I'm just going to kind of offset it a little bit. And just put that aside to let it dry. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to assemble my trees. Now, this guy, I kind of want him to hang off a little bit, but I also want him to be flat on the page. So I'm just going to glue him directly down to the card. And he's going to go, I want him as far on the page as I can get him there, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take my green tree, and you will also need some pop dots for this. 2 pop dots, one at the bottom and one about right there. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of glue, and he's going to go right about here. Okay. And then I'm going to take my little blue tree, and he's going to go right about here. But so I just need a pop dot like right under this little corner. So I just have a teeny tiny one, because that's the only piece that hangs off. He's going to be glued to that guy, so he'll be popped up by proxy, I guess. Okay. We're going to put glue on the flat part of him also. And I want it to cover the stem, so he's kind of like in the front. Just like that. Okay. And just like that, the outside of the card is done. Now, I am going to add a little bit of bling. I want to add one here, and one here. And I'm going to do that with my little picky thing. I'm going to put a larger one here and 2 smaller ones here. Okay. The outside of our card is done. The only thing we have left to do is, whoops, I lost a dot. Don't want to do that. The only thing I have left to do is take 2 pop dots and put my, I'm going to go this way, inside sentiment in my card. And you want to put it on pop dots so that when you make it an easel, it's going to catch. Now, this card, if you were going to mail it, probably would cost more because I think it's non-machinable. So I'm just going to kind of hold this guy up and try to figure out where I want him to catch. I'm going to guess right about there. Right? And just like that, y'all, we're done. Super easy easel card. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you want to win the card kit, what your favorite Christmas treat is. Leave me any comment. I love to hear what y'all have to say. And having said all that, go forth and be crafty, my friends. It is November 1st. How did that happen? I'm recording this on November 1st. So this year's flown by. But I look forward to seeing you next week with another 10 Minute Tuesday. Have a great night, y'all.